at you live on Tuesday. Heinzie, how you doing today?
Yeah, feeling better, thanks, mate. Apologies, everyone. Yeah, we didn't do it yesterday. Been struggling with the flu over last week, and yeah, it was not quite right still yesterday. We thought we'd give it an extra day to help me recover a little bit more, and much better for it. So apologies for the delay.
No
better late
worries.
than never.
I'm glad you have some personal boundaries that you're willing to recognize it when you're puking your brains out. Maybe it's not time to be in front of the camera.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people would like to see that, I'm sure, but everyone to their own. But no, that wasn't going to happen.
Who would like to see that?
Oh, I'm sure there'd be a few.
There's a kink for everything.
I'm going to say Toyota.
Rule 34.
Yeah, exactly right. Yep. There's always something for someone. No shaming here.
Speaking of Rule 34, let's get right into the meme of the week. Are you my real father? Ooh, I wish I could say I was. Satine, Padme.
I love it. It's so good. It's quality. It's quality.
And I am 100% sure that's exactly what Obi-Wan was thinking when he said this.
If he wasn't, I was.
I saw there was a lot of criticism online. Like people thought that Obi-Wan was basically alluding to having a crush on Padme. I'm like, no, this is about Leia. He wishes that he was Leia's father, not because of anything to do with Padme, but because she doesn't know who her dad is, and he would love to be her dad, I think. That's the way I interpret that scene. I think people got real bent out of shit.
Not helping, Cubs. Move on, mate. Not helping. You're not helping your case here. Just let it go, mate.
It's not even my case.
She's hot. Move on. Enough said.
Yeah.
I think that's the point. It's the moral of the story here, mate. Straight up.
Okay. All right, we'll move on. But I'm leaving the meme up there for the whole episode. Okay. Yep. We got a big road ahead. I haven't made a video on it. You guys haven't heard my take on this. I did kind of ask for some opinions on Twitter and got a lot of spicy takes and that kind of thing. But by and large, we'll talk about Datacrons here a little bit in our video, and then especially in yours. Heinzie, we got a big road ahead that wasn't a big road ahead. We got, obviously they mentioned some stuff at Celebration, which yay for the 5 people who were there that played Galaxy of Heroes still. And then they had, Grand Inquisitor stuff, which we already knew Grand Inquisitor was coming. So, no real surprises there. And then we had an absolute waterfall of word vomit about Datacrons, which to me, I was reading over this and I just started thinking I am falling asleep. There's so much information here. But it kind of left me, I don't know about you, Heinzie, but it kind of left me just feeling like I still have so many questions for CG about this game that did not get even close to addressed in this road ahead post. It's like they got tunnel vision for Grand Inquisitor and Datacrons, and that's all they care about, and all these other issues are just kind of swept aside right now. And so I want to take a second here today. I'm going to ask my number one burning question for CG. I want you to be able to ask one, and maybe we can mention a couple more from the chat because we are recording this live. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm down, mate. I'm down.
Why don't you go? I've talked enough. Why don't you go first, and then I'll ask my question second.
No, that's fine. I mean, look, I think the Datacrons lob last week, I actually don't think the Datacrons were actually a State of the Galaxy post. I actually think that should have been just a whole separate post as far as a new game feature or whatever you want to call it, new content they call it, whatever it is. I didn't actually see it as Galaxy. I didn't see it as State of the Galaxy, honestly, because that wasn't showing us.
It was Road Ahead, wasn't it?
Oh, Road Ahead. Sorry, my mistake. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. It's late here, guys.
Isn't Road Ahead supposed to be hyped? Like, what had you hyped in that post? Like,
nothing.
Okay, so for the tip of the spear, the super whales that are going to be able to get Grand Inquisitor, yay, good for you. Okay, congratulations. You're going to get the Inquisitor. Yes. Nobody went to Celebration except for a few people. Obviously there's some people there, but otherwise, who's really excited? That's not a road ahead. That's a road behind. And then Datacrons, like...
Yeah. I mean, no one's enthralled about them. Like, there's no enthusiasm for them really at all. There's a few people think they'll be good, and we've seen it, and we've seen a heck of a lot. Just torch and pitchforks, it feels like, recently over the past week or so in every chat that you go to, because there's so many other things that need to be considered in this game before bringing in something brand new. and in this particular format, the enthusiasm is just not there. The engagement doesn't feel like it's there. It's going to feel like a necessity, like a lot of things we've been doing lately with the game. Because if you don't, you're going to fall behind. It's just as far as progression goes. But I mean, it's been a long, long time since we've had something we've been super excited about. I feel anyway that doesn't feel like there's a grind attached. And
Datacrons do they look like a grind to you?
Mate, it's like farming mods. It's like farming additional mods. It really is. It's another way of boosting your team and your GP and boosting a particular faction, which lasts 3 months, 3-month window for each one. And there's a lot of work that goes involved. There's certainly a lot of technical information. There are some absolutely stupid stat boosts in it, like ridiculous stat boosts in it. But we had a chat with Crumb last Friday, which was really cool. And I want to give credit to Crumb because Crumb's come back from his paternity leave just to have a chat with us last week.
Real quick Friday. Before you say this, I've got a poll live in the chat right now. Everyone who's listening, we got almost 100 people here. Everyone take the poll. Are you excited for Datacrons? Yes or no? I want to get as many people in there to answer that question as possible. Okay, go ahead, Heinze.
No, that's okay. But we had Crumb. I want to give him kudos because he came out on Friday and basically stopped his leave just to have a chat with us on a Friday night in his own private time to help try and explain a lot of the questions we all had. And certainly a lot of things were raised, but there's still a very, very negative undercurrent would be the best way to put it when it comes to Datacrons at the moment. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and that negative undercurrent is being represented in our chat poll right now. So far, 90% of the chat, 26 votes, are not excited for Datacrons. There were 3 people who came on and said that they were excited for Datacrons. So kind of representative. I mean, it seems like a lot of these changes that come about they really only appeal to a very small percentage of the community.
Yes, yeah. And again, it's hidden behind a relic gate. A lot of it. That's like, probably the most frustrating part.
Literally, why would you do that? Literally, why?
Yes, my point exactly. I mean, it's obviously geared at higher end players and higher end rosters. That's what it's designed for. Even though they've been selling it, but they've been selling it to us as early to mid game boosts as well. This is the crazy thing to me.
Well, mid game is relics now because.
Yeah, but I'm talking Relic 5 Plus to be really viable. You can unlock them and you can get lower level Datacrons loaded onto your teams, like the bottom 3 or 4 tiers under Relic 5. But then when it goes from Relic 5 to Relic 9, that's where, like everything, even with mods, when you go from Gear 12 to Relics, they really boost from that point on. So it is really, they want you to push to the high Relic end to make them very, very viable. It's there's been a lot of confusion. The post was very long-winded, and I think honestly,
can they seriously get somebody who can explain it to me like I'm dumb? You know what I mean? Like this is not the first time they've given us a post. It's like 3,000 words, and I leave the post and I'm like, what did you even just tell me? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do not feel like Datacrons are super sensible based on that post.
It should have been a video.
Oh, gosh. They've done those videos before where they're super straightforward. It's easy to understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm just dumb. Dumb.
No, you are not.
Maybe I didn't go to MI freaking T to get a degree in understanding CG speak.
Not at all. Not at all. This is the thing. You need an encyclopedia for this game when it comes to kits as it is. We're now adding another level of technicality, which will boost your teams on top of that by massive, massive proportions in a lot of cases when you're boosting at the higher end with these Datacrons. So there is a lot to digest. There really is. And I think so far, and it's easy for us to sit here and, everyone calls us shills and all that sort of stuff. Honestly, I think so far the release of the Datacrons has been pretty poor. I really believe that. And guys, full respect for you. You build a great game. But when it comes to this release, I honestly, if we hadn't heard from Crumb on Friday when he came on, we would have got a post and that's it. And this deserves a heck of a lot more than that because it's a fundamental change again to the way we play this game. And that to me is an issue.
I mean, honestly, it makes me nauseous. So I read over the post and I was just, and we're kind of merging subjects here. So maybe we'll call this, we're just doing both of these. I read over it and I was just like, this is gross. Like full disclosure, it probably has to do with where I'm at in the game right now. Obviously, I'm a little less enthusiastic about the game right now. I'm kind of, I'm taking a little bit of a mental break. I'm not quitting, but I just, I mean, this is doing the opposite of pulling me back in. I read over this. I'm like, literally the last thing that I need right now is another progression system. We have got gear that is already stifling. We have got mods, which are never ending. We have got relics, which are impossible to max. We have got stars, which take forever to farm. We have got so many freaking methods of leveling up our characters and slapping on yet another new way to boost your squads is the last thing that anybody in this community wanted. Nobody asked for this. Not one person asked for this crap. And everything that we have been asking for, they're freaking silent about. What have we asked for? Where is the gear progression update? There's this whole second phase of a gear progression update that they have been freaking silent on. Where is one comment about this? And yes, I'm sorry, I'm losing my crap a little bit because I love this game. I love this community. And because of how freaking boring all this is, and because of every update that they're bringing being nothing that anybody asked for, I am in a place now where I can barely log into this game. I'm nauseated by this game right now.
Preach, brother, preach. Preach, brother.
Like, do this is one thing that somebody asked for, Capital Games. Look at this post. Is there anything in here anybody asked for?
No.
What
no, there isn't.
Did we ask for? This road ahead used to be something that the community came for and looked forward to. And now I get a road ahead and all I want to do is quit this game and go play Diablo freaking Immortal, which sucks just as bad.
You got a spare 100K?
Right? Gosh. I'm fed up. Like I'm fed. The community deserves better than this crap. It's terrible. This road ahead is a slap in the face to 90% of this community.
And the sentiment is there. Absolutely it is. It's been coming through thick and fast, Cubs. If you look at any of the Discord servers we're all members of, it's really hard to be positive about this. Like extremely hard to be positive.
I'm just going to call out right now, if you're positive about this road ahead, you're part of the problem.
Hey, everyone plays the game.
That's an ignorant thing for me to say. It's emotionally charged because it's really not true. But that's just how I feel right now. Like anybody who comes to me and says that I'm excited about this, I want to fight you right now.
Oh, there's a lot of people that are. Look, I mean, you've just seen there's 3 people, in your poll.
I want to fight those 3 people, Heinzie.
Don't be stupid. Everyone plays the game for different reasons.
I'm admitting that's a bad take. It's how I emotionally feel right now. I'm like, how could you look at this and be like, oh, yay, Datacrons? I just don't get it.
But the thing is that okay, the problem is this. The problem, it needs to be better explained, okay? And that is the initial problem.
I mean, that's part of it.
No, there are a lot of problems. I'm just talking about Datacrons specifically. I'm not talking about other problems with the game. We all 100% agree there's a lot of problems with this game. There's a lot of things that need to be improved, right? The communication's gotten better than that died again recently, okay? That's understandable. We know why that happened. We then now have everything except what we actually want from the developers to make the game better for us. That's why you're angry. And then they're bringing something like this out that honestly no one has asked.
If they were addressing like 99% of the stuff that we've been asking for them to address and Datacrons were here, I wouldn't be charged about Datacrons. It'd just be part of the course. It's because this is like the whole focus of the road ahead. Like the main thing that they're just salivating to get to in the road ahead is Datacrons. Can't freaking wait to tell them about Datacrons for 20 paragraphs. Like it's not what we're excited. I mean, okay, I'm already proven wrong. There's people in the chat that I love and respect that are excited about Datacrons. I'm sorry about my earlier take to all of you guys. I'm really upset. I'm freaking upset. I'm emotional. I'm emotional today, Heinzie.
And that's fine. It's because you care.
I was hoping that this road ahead. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. That's bad form. But I was when I saw there was a road ahead post, I thought, yes, okay. I'm really hoping that there's something in here that makes me hype about playing Galaxy of Heroes again. And it really bothers me that it did the opposite. It did the opposite.
Yeah. There's been a massive obsession when it comes to promoting the Inquisitor faction as well recently. It is obsessive. It really is. And that points to needing them for something down the track. That's how I feel. I think that's why they're doing that. I think they're throwing as many hints as possible, saying, guys, you need these unlocked, you need these farmed, because yes, you're going to get Grand Inquisitor.
I'm farming them too, but gosh, I mean.
But there's something else that's going to be needed. That's why. And they're making that abundantly clear. And then later on, when something drops, some sort of requirement that you need Inquisitors for, apart from Galactic Challenge and apart from everything else, you're going to sit here and crack and go, how come they're putting it behind the Inquisitor wall? It's like, well, we bloody told you so. That's why they're going down that track.
I'm hanging on by a thread, man. I'm hanging on by a thread. I am one more bad post away from quitting this game.
That's the point. You're not alone when it comes to this from what we're hearing and seeing out there. You've seen it too. Right? Seriously. Yeah. It's not just you raging on your own and there's a groundswell of people behind you. Those people, the groundswell is already there from what we're seeing right now. Yeah. And it's hard to be positive about them. It really, really is. And to make things obviously worse, the only way you can get a lot of this stuff is in Conquest. And that doesn't help either, because Conquest is certainly still,
perfect. It's flawless.
Yeah. It's just still super grindy. It's better than it was, but still gross. And it's very, very time consuming for a community that really are trying to ease the time, restraint on what they actually want to farm and focus on other things, not Conquest. And that includes actually things to do with your toys. And obviously the biggest thing that we do with our toys, of course, is GAC. And that's now gone back from 4 weeks to 3.
I don't know what to say, Heinzie. I mean, I'm really in a place where it's just like I'm just like begging CG, like, give me a reason to stay.
You asked me at the start, is there a question that you want me to ask CG? You asked me at the start, is there a question you want me to ask CG? The question is this. The question is really, really simple.
Why?
When are you actually going to start doing things that we actually want? That's all I'm asked. That's it.
At least split it, right? Like, at least say, all right, we're going to spend 25% of our time on stuff the community is asking for, and 75% of the time on all this stuff that we really love, like Datacrons, right? It's like 0%.
Yeah.
I guess it's more like 90%, because there is a 10% or whatever of the community that are really hyped about Datacrons. They can't wait, and they're really excited about the Grand Inquisitor, and good for them. Yeah. But there's a lot of other people that play this game that are pissed right now. And I'm going to freaking give those people voice right now, because I'm with you. I'm freaking pissed right now. I love this game. I love this community. And I don't want to leave this community. Literally, the only thing keeping me, money is not keeping me here now, guys. You can't look at me and say I'm here for money. All right? I'm barely making videos. I am here. My heart is beating in this game exclusively for you. Whoever you are watching this video right now, you are why I am here. This community. Not for this piece of shit game right now, frankly. Because the game's terrible right now, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm not holding back today.
That's all right. Do you it's in chat right now. Do you need a counseling session? Do you know someone?
This is my therapy. I'm letting it out. And here's Urs. Congratulations, Urs. I'm glad you got out. I'm glad you got out.
Hi, brother.
What do you expect from a 7-year mobile game? Maybe that's right. Yeah, maybe that's all it is. 7-year-old mobile game. It's trash. But you know what? I care about the community. And just because it's a 7-year-old mobile game doesn't mean that they can't do at least 2 things that the community has asked for. Stuff that they even said they're going to do. Like, where the freak is this second part of the State of the Galaxy?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, what? It's not even like I'm asking for something they haven't said they're willing to do.
That's right. Yeah. And it needs to be addressed. It absolutely needs to be addressed.
It won't be. I'm losing hope.
Needs to be.
I've lost hope.
Yeah.
I've ranted too much. We should get over to your video. I'm nervous about what I'm going to say in your video.
That was a great rage. No, let rip, man. Let's go. Let's get down under and drop bombs. I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. Well, CG, tell me when the next exclusive is.
Wow. Did you really just say that? Really? You rip him a new one, and it's like, guys, just feed some stuff my way. Just wow, bro.
It's a joke. It's a
you
joke.
Have some cojones, my friend.
It's a joke.
Love it. Oh, it's funny. You good?